When I first started homesteading, I wasted way more money than I'd like to admit. Every YouTube video, every ad made me think that I needed some fancy gadget just to live more simple. But over time, I learned the truth. Most of that stuff, it was just clutter in disguise. So today, I'm gonna show you 5 things that I would never use again as a homesteader and what I use instead. How you doing today? And welcome back to the Homestead. If you're new here, well, my name's Mundo, and my whole mission here on this channel is to show you out there how to build your freedom with your own 2 hands. We're not here to buy the homestead lifestyle. We're here to build it. So, let's talk about the junk that I wish I would have never spent a dime on, and the real, simple stuff that actually works. Let's get started. First up on the chopping block, store-bought compost bins. You go out and pay $80 for a fancy black tumbler bin that's supposed to do all the work for you, when really, all you need is some chicken wire and fence posts. Okay, so maybe you gotta come out every so often to turn up the compost and mix it around yourself. But isn't that the point of all this? To become one with nature, enjoy the aspect of building your life yourself without the corporate necessity of fancy equipment that at the end of the day, let's be honest, just breaks your bank, and most of the stuff doesn't even work. Look, my point is nature already knows how to do the recycling for you. You don't need a drum with a logo on it just to make some dirt. And honestly, it's quite simple. Keep it damp, turn it up once a week, and let nature do the rest, my friend. Number 2 up on the list, the no-spill chicken feeders. You know, those red fancy contraptions with the fancy spouts that promise to save feed. I've actually owned a couple of those, and majority of the time, they would either get clogged, a couple of them broke, which just wasted more feed than I could even save. I keep it pretty simple now. A bucket with a little bottom, and the food just comes right out. All the hands are able to eat freely. I haven't had any spilling since I've got this little bucket here. Don't let marketing convince you that your chickens need all this luxury. At the end of the day, they're an animal. Give them some comfort, and they'll be all right. Number 3 on the list, fancy, expensive gardening gloves. You don't need to go out and spend $25 on a pair of gloves that claim to be puncture-proof, weather-proof. Most of the time, unless I'm handling fertilizer, I use my bare hand. Become one with nature and the soil and the crops that I'm growing. Isn't that why we do this? To get away from the hustle and bustle and enjoy what God has given us on this beautiful green earth. I know it's given me a lot of peace to just get out there, get in the soil, get a little bit dirty. At the end of the day, you're also building your immune system. Don't be so afraid to get in there and get a little dirty. That's what makes you a real person. Number 4, overpriced organic soil bags. I used to get all my soil from the stores in the big fancy bags that had all the nutrients and were labeled organic. Come to find out, the best soil isn't sold in the stores, right in your yard. Now, I mix my own compost, my own manure, worm castings, a little bit of dirt, and some scraps from the kitchen. If you've seen some of my recent videos, you will also know that my plants have been thriving. We've recently been harvesting awesome veggies. The gardening industry loves to sell you shortcuts, but nature, she don't do shortcuts. And at the end of the day, it's the process that gives you some gratitude. Enjoy it. And the last one on the list, cheap battery-powered tools. Look, I get it. I love the convenience too. But out here on the homestead, I need reliability. I can't have a battery be dying halfway through a build.
Oh no, you need to keep extra batteries then,
Yes, I can have extra batteries. I can have this, I can have that. But I ain't trying to meander around switching things out when I'm trying to keep going and get stuff done. These days, I keep a couple solid corded tools laying around and a backup manual one for most jobs. Corded equals reliable, manual equals timeless. You see, when I started this homestead journey, I thought I needed a whole bunch of stuff. Turns out, what I really needed was less. Fewer gadgets, fewer distractions, and more time using my hands. The truth is, the simpler the setup, the more free that you can feel. This life, it's not about collecting. It's about connecting and using what God gave us to build build a better life for ourselves. You don't need to build freedom with your wallet. You build it with your will. So if this video helped you in any way or helped ease your mind about all that stuff that you see out there on the internet, about you needing all this fancy stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Well, that's the point of our mission, is to help people out there realize that they don't need all this stuff. You don't need all this land. You just need God's will and a little bit of determination. You too can achieve this lifestyle a lot more easier than you might think. Trust me. Well, thank you all for tuning into the channel, man. Thank you all for watching another video here on Mundo's Homestead Adventures. Come join the rebellion and help us inspire other people to take their life back. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.